Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming back for continuing our ABCs of Self Love book. Um, we're on WX, so let's see if we can throw in Y and Z. Let's see how far we get today, okay? So, W is for wholeness, and it says, I'll love myself whole, you love yourself whole, and with all our wholeness, we'll love each other. Wholeness. Once upon a time, we were sold a story. Boy meets girl, they fall in love, they are soulmates reunited, and thus two halves make a whole. And so we learn in that order to feel whole. We need someone to come along and complete us, to love us, to choose us, and with that, we took our inherent wholeness and gave it away. Perhaps this flawed fairy tale is the very reason why we have such a hard time embracing our whole selves. We need to be broken and incomplete in order to earn our happily ever after. It's time we write a new story. One where self-love is the foundation of all love, where we are all whole on our own. We where two whole souls where two whole souled people come together and create something bigger than themselves through their commitments to each other, and perhaps more importantly, through their commitments to themselves. Now, that's a fairy tale I can get behind. Um, I just want to say this one thing, okay? I always hear people say, I'm looking for my other half. And I always tell people that, like, you are not half of a person, that you are a whole person, that anything somebody else brings into your life or to your table or whatever, you specify that as, should be extra. We should not be dependent on people to make us happy. You should already be a happy human being, which is why I went on this self-love journey, because I feel like, I can be happy with myself to a certain extent and not like a lot of stuff about me, but I am learning to embrace me and who I am and not caring about what nobody else think or feel about me, because I'm me and there's no other me. And whether you like it or not, or whether you think I'm perfect or not, like, it doesn't change who I am or who I think I am as a person. So I'm already whole. And I'm glad that was brought up in this book. Because, yeah. So the activity says, consider the most important relationship in your life, romantic or platonic. Explore the questions to determine whether it's a whole souled relationship. Do you set boundaries, and are they respected? Okay. My answer to that was yes, I set boundaries. Yes, they are respected. Or I'm loud and clear about where and what lines were crossed. I am a person now, because before I didn't do it. Like, I used to allow people to say and do whatever it was they wanted to. I ain't gonna say whatever they wanted to do. It was just certain things that I didn't care to speak on. And it led to a lot of misunderstandings, because when I would speak on it, it had already happened several times. And so now I am very much vocal when I don't like something. Um, when you're apart, do you still feel confident about the relationship? I'm single. That was my answer. I'm single. I can't answer that question because I'm single. Even based on like relationships with family and friends, like, I feel confident about some of my friendships that I have and family ships, and some of them is a work in progress. My sisters and I'm not gonna say I pushed them away, and I'm not gonna say that I let you know I didn't push them away. Let's just say that. They did some stuff that I wasn't happy about, and so I stopped talking to them. We are now building our relationships and rebuilding our relationships, and yeah, so I wouldn't say that I don't feel confident. I feel confident. I just, they my sisters. Whatever. I'm so mad this camera is just like pulling up all my blemishes. Y'all, I had a breakout after this last cycle. I just don't know what it is. Like, I'm tired of it. Next question. Are you honest and showing up with integrity? And my answer was, I'm always honest and show up with integrity in any ship, relationship, partnership, situational ship, family ship. And that's true. I'm always honest. And that's probably why I fall out with a lot of people, is because I am very honest. Even if like it's not a bad thing, I'm just gonna be honest. I see something, I'ma say it. A lot of people don't like that about me. I quite frankly don't care. Not anymore. Next question. Have you grown, or do you feel stagnant in a relationship? And my answer was, I've outgrown a lot of people, or maybe they've outgrown me. In either situation, no harm, no feelings, no harmed feelings. It is what it is. And I say that because I feel like outgrowing somebody is not always a bad thing. When you outgrow people, sometimes it's for the better. It's not always a negative thing. And I feel like that if I can't outgrow my friends, and we got to fall out about that, then we were never friends. Because sometimes you do outgrow people. Like, I stopped partying when I was probably like in my mid 20s. By the time I was 24, I had 2 kids. I had my boy, I had my girl. My relationship was starting to get a little rocky. Well, my marriage at the time was getting rocky. And yeah, so turning 25 and 26, clubbing wasn't for me no more. I wasn't even really drinking that much anymore. And I wasn't partying. And I lost a lot of friends because I had a lot of people that would go out and hang out with me and all that stuff. And I don't know. They said it was my mouth, but I really think it was just the fact that I stopped drinking. I still drink wine. This next question says, is your true self leading or another version of yourself? And I said that I would say a new and improved version of my true self. So when it asks you, is your true self leading? I say a new and improved version of my true self is because I experienced a lot of trauma. And not trauma that like happened to me in my teenage years. Trauma that happened to me way before I was old enough to understand that trauma was happening to me. So I say my new and improved true self for the simple fact that I am creating a space for me to be who I am now, not who I wanted to be when I was a kid, if that makes sense. Ooh, that was it for the letter W. So this is the letter X is next. And the letter X says X-ray vision, healing my wounds instead of hiding them. Ooh, this is a good topic, y'all. Remember this one. So it says X-ray vision. X-ray vision, it has like this. Let me show y'all this graph first. There's this little graph on here. This says this is a variation of Gloria Wilcox Feelings Wheel, which is an expanded expression of, I guess is Plutchik's wheel of emotions. Look, let me tell y'all something too, okay? I wasn't one of them spelling bee kids. And growing up in Chicago, we pronounce a lot of words. I say a lot of words how they roll off my tongue. Okay? You might say, let's go out for breakfast. That's not what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, you want to go eat breakfast? Because that rolls off real smooth. If I have to say breakfast, I have to say it just like that. I have to pause. I have to slow down and say it. So when I'm talking, there's a lot of words I kind of blend. Also, I have a really bad lisp. If you all don't know, I know a lot of y'all think I don't have teeth in my mouth. I do. Okay. I know a lot of y'all think that some other stuff when it comes to my mouth. But so if I say a word wrong, I'm not saying don't correct me, because I'm okay if you correct me. Because the thing is, you can't send me a voice text on how to say it. You can only write out the pronunciation of how to say it. And I'm still going to say it how it rolls off my tongue. So, I mean, do with that as you will. You want to get in the comments and tell me I be saying words wrong, by all means, go ahead and do it. I really don't care. Actually, I'm not even going to respond. I probably even like your comment. But anywho, this wheel, so I guess it says start at the edge of the wheel and you put a name to your feelings, to your current strongest feelings, and then trace them inward to discover the root cause. Ooh. Did I do this activity? I don't think I did not. Y'all, I did not do this activity, so I guess we're going to do it together today. Anyway, let me go here and read what X-ray vision is. X-ray vision. In comic books, superheroes like Superman uses their X-ray vision to see through solid objects like walls, to uncover the villains hiding behind them. Imagine if you did the same, but use your X-ray vision to discover the core emotions you're experiencing, and from there, what is causing it. According to psychologists, according to psychologist Dr. Robert, echo that name again, Plutchik. I need to figure out how to say this because it's bothering me. And I'm going to take y'all with me. I ain't even going to cut this out the video because I don't care. I'm going to be real with y'all because that's just me. And when I edit my videos, I'm going to be honest, I don't like editing videos. I don't like it. It's not something I like to do. Let me
Robert Plutchik.
Plutchik.
Robert Plutchik.
Plutchik. Whatever.
Rob.
Robert Plutchik. Plutchik. Ain't even no O in that word. It's a U. And PLU, whatever. The English language is made up because no way laughter and daughter is spelled the same exact way. You only change the first letter and it has a complete different sound. So yeah, I don't care about stuff like that. Anyway, that man there are 8 primary emotions: joy, sadness, acceptance, disgust, fear, anger, surprise, and anticipation. Combining these emotions yields 34,000 different outcomes. That's right. As humans, we are able to feel 34,000 different ways. And y'all wonder why us humans don't get along. The first step towards emotional empowerment is to use your X-ray vision to uncover one of the 8 core human emotions. From there, work your way out to understand the nuisance of your feelings and heal their cause. You can also use this superpower to understand other people's actions and feelings. Who and what is hiding on the other side of the wall? Use your X-ray vision and find out. Oh my goodness, y'all. Let's see. So the activity has this list of things, I guess. Questions. Okay, how do I feel? Right now, I don't know. I guess I'm content. I feel content. Is that even on the wheel? I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this. Because the the 2, 4, 6, the inner wheel, the core problem, it says sad, mad, scared, joyful, powerful, and peaceful. And then it tells you like, I don't know which way y'all can see that, but it tells you like, I guess on the outside how you, so like if you feeling sarcastic, when you feel sarcastic, is it hurt, hostile, angry, selfish, hateful, or critical? Sometimes when I'm being sarcastic, I don't feel any of those things. And that leads to being mad. I don't know. I don't know. We might not be able to do this one together. Because I guess I feel happy. Like, I'm content. I'm not. But happy is not even an option on here. To feel happy, I guess I have to be in a mood. I have to feel some type of way. So let's just go on to the next letter. Let's go to letter Y. And it says you first. Okay. Self-care, the radical notion that you deserve your own attention. Yeah, I'm a little confused about X-ray vision, but let's go to you first. And I started checking some stuff off on there, so I did do this exercise. Maybe I skipped the last one because I didn't feel some type of way or something. I haven't really had any arguments with people lately for the last few months or so. Like, if you made me feel some type of way, I told you how I felt about it, and I left you where I left you. Like, I haven't been carrying on emotions. Like, that's something I'm learning to deal with, how to deal with my own emotions. So yeah, like, regardless of where they coming from or what the root cause of it is, I'm just dealing with the surface right now. Baby steps, okay? Baby steps. You first. Chances are, the first time you heard the phrase self-love, your reaction wasn't positive. For me, it was. That's because we're culturally conditioned to think that self-sacrifice is erotic and self-care is selfish. Oh, Lord. Got a phone call coming through. Okay. That stops here right now. It's time you put yourself first. Loving yourself first doesn't mean loving anyone else any less. In fact, when you love and care for yourself, you are able to love others more. One begets the other. It's time to start thinking about and caring for yourself the way you would your most precious loved ones, because ignoring your needs doesn't make them go away. It makes you, your me, your most authentic self go away. And running yourself into the ground only means you have less energy, love, and passion to give to the world. It's a lose lose proposition. So the next time you feel selfish for loving yourself or taking care of yourself first, remember that by loving yourself, you're engaging in a fierce act of rebellion against years of symptomatic, it's not symptom, systematic oppression. And who doesn't want to be a rebel? Ooh, I've always been a rebel. You tell me I can't do something, I'm going to do it. Research says it takes 21 days to create a habit. Use this 21-day self-love checklist. Challenge to make connections with your needs and putting yourself first intentionally. Do one a day, in other words, in any order you please. This is all about you, honoring yourself. Okay. So the one it looks like I did already, it says do a random act of kindness. Take 24 hours off social media. Dress up extra, no. Unfollow or mute toxic social media accounts. Go for a walk and listen to music. That is funny because I just went on my Facebook page and people who I was dating that, well, like within the last 5 years that I had been talking to or trying to get to know, like I've been dating, we kind of connected on Facebook, and so I went on there and I deleted them all. Anyway, buy yourself flowers. I do that. Let me check it off. Where's my pen? Okay. So I buy myself flowers. I did that for a couple of months straight. Treat yourself to your favorite meal. I don't have a favorite meal, but I do brunch, and I do that often. Go to bed early or sleep in. Ooh, I did that a couple of times. Watch an inspiring TED Talk. I want to do that applied to audiobooks. I have to do that one. Stick self-affirmation notes to self in every room. Well, it's not in every room, but it's definitely on my mirror. Y'all want to see it? Hold on. I have cards on my mirror. So those are my daily affirmations. And I have bought a deck of cards from Five Below, and they were daily affirmation cards. And my cousin Sharita went out and bought me some more daily affirmation cards. And if y'all don't know, my favorite word sometimes could be the B word, BITCH word. And she bought me this deck of cards that says listen. And let me pull one out from the top, because I gotta pull one from today anyway. And it says listen, you are not one thing, you are a million amazing things. And y'all, if y'all want some of these cards, y'all gonna have to go. I think they on Etsy, and they call Listen Bitch. Take your shoes off and walk in nature. I can't do that in Texas. We got fire ants. But I do walk barefoot on the concrete sometimes. Well, like if I need to run to my car or something, but that's not what this is talking about. But I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to find a place that don't have fire ants and go walk in nature, because that's what I need to do. Okay. Have breakfast with a friend before work. Y'all ain't got that many friends. All my true friends that I do have live out of town. I got one live in Arizona, one live in Arkansas. That's all friends I got. Dress up extra for a normal day. I need to do that. Take an online dance class. I can't dance, y'all, but I'm gonna find one. It's gotta be free, cause I don't know that. Sit outside and read a poetry book. Take a candlelit bubble bath. Call or FaceTime. Don't text a friend you miss. Oh, I do that often. Put your phone in another room before bed. Now, I can't do that. I probably can. I'm going to have to do it on a night when I know all my kids are in the house. Because if any of my kids are outside, I need to keep my phone by me. So if they call me, I'm available. Okay? Give yourself a massage, including a hug. I could do that. Take a 24-hour break from the news. I don't know how many days there is in maybe the last 20 years, but I have not watched the news in probably 20 years. And then y'all probably thinking like, dang, how you know about like if it's gonna be cold or if it's gonna be like if it's something going on in your area. Usually stuff like that, it pops up on social media. So like if it's a hurricane, something, it's everywhere. So I can't miss it. And then I have friends all over. Like I have a friend in Chicago, and I did forget about that friend, Dominique. My friend Dominique. That's baby mama. So people will call me and check on me. Like that's how I know something going on. They're like, "Oh, are you getting ready for the storm? Where are you gonna be at?" Da, da, da. I'm like, "Oh, I ain't know it's the storm coming. Let me look up and see. Look it up and see." So yeah, that's pretty much how I do. Donate clothes that are too small for you. I am in the process of doing that. I'm not really a pajama wearing person. Like I don't really wear pajamas. I'm a birthday suit kind of girl. But I do sleep in like, I'm not even gonna say lingerie, but like nightgowns or muumuus, like the little dresses. I would wear those. But like all of my pants and shorts, pajama stuff that I had bought years prior that I no longer wear, I donate that stuff. So I've been packing up stuff little bit by little bit. So yeah. Do some deep stretching before bed. I had to find time to do that. And that's those the things. So technically, let me see. You can't really see. These are all the most of the things I checked off. So I got a few things I still need to work on. And is that it? Share some details about how you completed each day of this challenge. I'm not done yet, so I can't tell you how I completed. Woo! We made it to the letter Z. Oh God, y'all. I'm not gonna say I'm so happy we're done with this book. It was a really nice journey, and I like those who like the videos and tuned in, or whatever. It wasn't a lot of y'all that tune in on my positive side or this stuff, but I do appreciate it. I know a lot of y'all are on my channel for my garden, and me and that garden, y'all, we've been going through it. But I do have a garden video that will be going up soon. I don't know if I'm gonna be in a garden though. I'm gonna have to check the weather. Cause we supposed to be having another frost coming soon. So, but it says Z is for 0 out. And it says, I let go of my expectations and stopped feeling disappointed. I stopped feeling disappointed and started feeling alive. Zero out. To zero out means to remove completely, and that's exactly what I want you to do with all the uncomfortable feelings you're carrying around instead of addressing. If it's uncomfortable, say it, feel it, do it, leave it, heal it sooner. Because we are not limitless. We can hold space for only so much. Let's zero out the bad by working through it and releasing it to create more space for the good. Because you deserve the good and more of it. For me, checking in with myself regularly started with the help of a therapist. During our weekly sessions, I would talk about what happened that week and start to discover all the feelings and thoughts I had unknowingly collected in connection with my experiences. Specifically, I learned that I had a lot of expectations. Expectations used to mean everyone around me was constantly letting me down, which in turn meant I felt alone, disappointed, and increasingly resentful. Through those weekly check ins with my therapist, I learned to replace expectations with communication. I let people know how I feel and what I need. Now I'm grateful to regularly check in with myself. Self love, as explained through this book, is what allowed me to know what I am and empowers me to communicate it in real time. And it will do the same for you. And so the activity for this is in accounting, the concept of zero out is when you go through your checking account at the end of the month and allocate every dollar. Nothing is left behind. If any money isn't spent, it gets moved into the savings account. Each month, your checking starts at zero. Now, apply the same strategy to your emotional well being. Schedule a regular accountability date with yourself, perhaps on the last weekend of every month. This is your time to free your feelings and explore them instead of letting old feelings linger unaddressed. Zero out your emotions and free yourself to start each month anew. And it has this accountability date, my emotional balance sheet. And so you can it gives you space where you can write all of that stuff in there. And let me tell y'all something, okay? I had started seeing a therapist probably in 2020 or 2021. Yeah, 2021. I started seeing a therapist. And so I started doing that because I didn't feel confident enough in myself. And I needed to, because I was diagnosed with depression, with major depression anxiety disorder, I needed to find an outlet because medication wasn't the route I wanted to take to make me feel happy. And I knew that I had to start communicating how people were making me feel because I was bottling up a lot of stuff inside of me, and then I would blow up. And then I had this, or I still even have now to this day, a bad reputation of the person that will blow up on you or tell you about yourself. And I still will. That's not going to change. Now, how I do it will, you know. A lot of people think because you telling somebody about themselves or because you don't agree with somebody and how they treating you, that's you complaining or, you being a baby or placing a rule around you and all this other stuff. I don't agree with that. I feel like if you are crossing boundaries, you need to be told about those boundaries you're crossing. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick little story. Me and my sister-in-law used to be real close, really close, and I actually miss it, you know. But over time, I realized that the things I had going on in my life and the things she had going on in her life, they were not coinciding, or like they couldn't coexist. That's the word. And I had to accept that people change, whether it's bad or good. That I could not keep this expectation that we will always have this tight knit relationship. And is it a loss? No. It just is what it is. And I've come to the terms that I'm okay with whatever relationship it is. We have to learn how to deal with people where they are in life. That's what we have to do. I've learned that I was doing a lot for other people than I were for myself. Like, for example, I can do something for somebody, say cook a dinner for them, just for their birthday or something. And then my birthday come around and I get a bottle of wine. It's like they say, oh, you shouldn't look at birthday gifts. It's the thought that count. That's exactly what I'm looking at, the thought. There is no thought in buying me a bottle of wine for my birthday. I like wine. You bought me wine. There's no thought. If I cook you an extravagant dinner for your birthday, I put time, effort, and love into that. That's more than just a thought. And my expectation is that I will receive them the same. A lot of people say you can't expect you out of other people. Wrong again. Yes, I can. I expect you to treat me how I treat you. And if you do not do that, I will distance you. That's just that. Is me and my sister-in-law on bad terms? I don't think so. If she thinks so, I don't know. We don't talk about it. I don't like to bash people, and I don't really care to like make a significance about stuff anymore. Like, it's 2025 and I am 41 years old. And I am at the point in my life where I'm just okay with stuff. I'm okay with stuff. I got a lot of stuff that I be dealing with on a daily basis, and they dealing with a lot of stuff that they dealing with on a daily basis. And I can't say that my stuff is more important than their stuff, or their stuff more important than my stuff, or however they want to see it. But I'm gonna do what's best for Teresa at the end of the day. Loving me, being there for me, and doing what I need to do for me is the only thing that I am concerned about. I don't care who supports me anymore. I don't care who's there for me anymore. I don't care who's cheering me on anymore. If you're not supporting me, I am not supporting you. If you can't like a simple video and share it, I can't like and simple, I'm not going to do the same for you. Because this is a give and take world. This is not a give world. And if you live in that zone to where you only gonna do, if somebody wants to do something for you, then they can, and that's fine. You could do that. That's just not the way I want to live. So when I say my expectations, yeah, I expected our relationship to stay tight knit. I never think anything would switch up. I didn't ever think I would look at anybody differently about anything. It's just that when I say certain things, or I do certain things, or I bring certain things to the table that I'm not happy with, it's always an issue. So I keep things on whatever level it is. I just don't bring up a lot of stuff anymore. And I love everybody in my family. And I tell people, all the same, you get what you give me. You don't give me nothing, you don't get nothing. You don't love on me, I'm not loving on you. And can I do it first? Yes. Have I done it first? Yes. I call and check up on people all the time randomly, or I'll just call them like, hey, I got some stuff for you. You want it? Whatever. No, I don't call people and be like, hey, how you doing? I ain't heard from him. That's not me. That's not my character. I don't do that. But in the process, I do ask, how people are doing when I do call them. I don't think I get phone calls from my sister-in-law or my brothers. Yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, this is not about them. This is just me explaining my expectations. Um, Even with like my siblings, I expected because we're siblings that we should get along. Like the older we get, the better the relationship should get, and that wasn't always true. Well, I ain't gonna say it wasn't always true. It wasn't true because now who we are, all in our fucking 40s, all in our 40s, majority of us are. I mean, the older five is the one, two, three. The younger five is not. 4 or 5, whatever. I don't know if my mom got 9 or 10 kids. It's too many of us. But yeah. But I mean, it is what it is. I've learned that I do have high expectations of people. And I've learned that when those expectations are not met, that I tend to distance myself from people. And it's not my job to keep a relationship mend and bonded. I feel like I did my part and it wasn't being done in return. And so it is what it is. I'm starting to build new relationships with my sisters and one of my brothers, but I've opened that door to all of my siblings, and I'm only, even my nieces, like I've opened that door to my nieces too, because I stopped talking to them because some stuff happened with me and their mama, and kids gonna ride with their parents, and that's fine with me, but don't treat me like I was the one fucking up. But my expectations of my family are very high, very high. I expect to get what I give, and if I don't, I'm gonna tell you about it. And if I don't see a change, I will slowly distance myself away from you. I will deal with you on whatever level it is that I could deal with you on. If you the type of person that like family dinners or game night, stuff like that, I'm only gonna deal with you when it's time to do stuff like that. If you the type of family member that want to go out and have fun, I'm only gonna deal with you when it's time to do stuff like that. And people start to notice things like that, and then they start to ask questions like, "Oh, well, why you only call me?" And then we can have that conversation, because I feel like at that point you're ready. But I'm not gonna bring it to you. So, I'm not talking about anybody in particular, just in general. But if the shoe fit, wear it, because I don't retract anything I say, and I can stand on all 10 toes and say it again. Okay? So, that is the end of this book. I'm going to write out my certificate, rip it out. And, y'all, I think I'm going to burn this book. Should I burn it? I think so. Yep. I think I'm going to burn this book. Because it's an accomplishment, and I have the proof, my certificate. Like, I did this. But yeah, what's today's date? 1/17/25. Okay. I'm ripping it out, y'all. Why I ripped the page? Why I ripped the page? Let me go old school and do what I used to do to get pages out of books. When y'all was younger in school and you didn't want to rip your page, how did y'all get y'all pages out? Let me tell y'all a little trick I used to do. Take your pen and trace this inner part on both sides, and then it should come out on the line that you trace with your pen. That's how I used to get my pages out. I don't know why I just tried. I thought it was perforated. However you say that word. for those who want to critique my speaking and pronunciations. Hey, look at that. I'm going to show y'all when I pull it out. See? Perfect line. Can you see the ink? So you just draw the line. But anyway, here's my certificate. There is some afterwards, and I'm not going to read that. What should I? It has a space back here in the book where I guess if you was going to keep this book, it says this space is for you, use it. And it's just a bunch of blank pages, like a little note area. And at the very end, it says, love yourself. Yep. Congratulations on completing the ABCs of self-love. I am so proud of you, and you should be too. Writing this book wasn't easy, primarily because there is too much that goes into self-love, and there is much more I could have covered for each letter. B for bravery, D for desire, K for kindness. Now that you have your initial ABCs down, I invite you to explore yourself and your world and add more to your self-love vocabulary and practice. I would love to see a picture of your signed certificates. I can celebrate you. Share it with me on social media at Melody Godfred with the hashtag the ABCs of self-love. With love and gratitude from my me to yours. Hey. So y'all get to, share y'all page. And so I am going to burn my book. I'm going to burn my book. Maybe I'll have a little day where I sit down in my garden and I burn my book with y'all. Because I do have like a little small fire pit. So that is all for now, y'all. Y'all go ahead and have y'all a blessed day. And don't forget that if you did not go on this journey with us, go buy your book. It's at Five Below. It is made by Melody Godfred. And yeah, y'all get y'all book. And I got all the videos, so if you want to go through them with me, go right ahead. The last two videos was a little longer than all the other videos because I tried to do 2 letters. I think at first I was doing 1 letter. And then I was like, I could do 2 letters because I didn't want 26 videos. But thinking back, I should have did 26 videos. You learn better, you do better. You do better, you learn better. Something like that. Anyway, y'all go ahead and have y'all a good day. Be blessed, be safe. Love, peace, and sanity.